Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome to PNP. It's your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and today I'm bringing y'all the top 10 offensive tackles of the 2022 NFL Draft. Now, before we get into this, man, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments. Let me know what's good. All right, we are about 800 folk away from hitting 15,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button for your boy so we can make that push and keep going to 20,000. Then 50,000 and then 100,000 subscribers. I need to get my little silver plaque. All right. So hit that subscribe button for your boy, man. A lot of good draft coverage going on over here. Some fantasy content from my boy Dave. So man, hit the sub button. Even if you're not a Panthers fan, man. Even if you're not a Panthers fan, I love the Panthers. Keep pounding. But we got a lot of draft content, bro. Ton of draft content. I will be covering the Senior Bowl as well, coming up at the end of January, early February. So man, a lot of stuff coming, man. So hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss it. We one of the top draft content creators on YouTube, so hit that subscribe button. All right, now let's go ahead and get into it. Top 10, coming in number 10, we got Jaxon Kirkland. Jaxon Kirkland is a 6'7", 310-pound tackle out of Washington. Okay, and let me just give y'all the rundown of how this thing is gonna go. As you can see on the screen, I've got pass blocking grades, I got run blocking grades, and I've got the pressure numbers from the 2021 season. So the season that just passed. These are the grades and statistics from this past season. All right. Also at the bottom of your screen, you can see where these individuals lined up. Where do they line up? So you can see some guys may get moved into guard. Some guys play their entire career left tackle. I just want you guys to be able to see and see where they lined up so that you can make an educated guess on where they're going to play at when they get to the NFL, because there's always talk about guys moving inside, and some people don't have any experience moving inside, and that's why they struggle. Okay, some dudes, they might be built like guards, but they can't play guard. It just is what it is. So I just put that at the bottom because I think it's an important stat to understand where guys have lined up in their entire collegiate career. All right, now that being said, let's get into Jaxon Kirkland, man. As you can see, man, a lot of cats are gonna, man, a lot of people turned on that film and saw Aiden Hutchinson work Jaxon Kirkland when it came to that Michigan game. That Michigan game was Jaxon Kirkland's worst game, 56.5 grade against Michigan. And yeah, I couldn't find any highlights from this dude because he was getting worked. Every highlight I could find, this guy was getting worked by either Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau. And it's unfortunate because I think this guy is talented. I think he's a talented guy. And I think he's a really good pass blocker. He has to work on his run sets, but from a pass blocking perspective, I think he has the chops. I think he picked a bad day to have a bad day against Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson has propelled himself to be one of the top edge rushers in the class, but he struggled. Jaxon Kirkland struggled, and that is a bit of a red flag. When you're struggling against some of the better talent in college. What's going to happen when you get to the NFL? Because everybody's an Aiden Hutchinson. There's mad Aiden Hutchinsons in the NFL. So are you going to continue to struggle with them? So as you can see, man, when it comes to me taking a look at these highlights, I will plan to have a highlight here for these prospects, but I didn't want to put my man Jaxon Kirkland out there like that. I didn't want to put the highlight to him getting worked because I think this guy is a talented individual. I think he has some traits that are very good, and he could be a very good pass blocking left tackle. If your system is a pass first system and you need a guy, I'm thinking about maybe like a Green Bay. I think this guy would be a very good prospect to fit in that system. He's not going to be asked to do a whole crap ton of run blocking, and I think he has a mobile enough quarterback in Aaron Rodgers to kind of compensate for some of those deficiencies. But I think you looking at some of the streaks, man. I think he's a finisher. I think he doesn't quit. He's got a good motor, plays to the whistle. He's got versatility. I think he could play. I think he could play guard and tackle if given the situation. I think he can. I do think he is susceptible to getting beat on the edge with some of the speed rushers. I think some of the height. I think he has a height. The height isn't necessarily an issue, but when it comes to leverage, some of those guys, those powerful guys like Aaron Donald, can get up under you, dog, And it's all about leverage in the trenches. You got to play with good leverage. And if he can't use that height to his advantage, in some instances, he could get beat. But that 6'7" frame is something good he could work with. And I think there's some upside to Jaxon Kirkland. I don't want to seem like a ragging on dude, but there is some upside to his game. And I think somebody's going to find it. I think in the right system, he could be a very good player. All right. Now, in my projection, I think he's projected to go into, I think maybe the 3rd or 4th round. It just depends, bro. It depends. I think he's going to have to develop his upper body strength. He's have to develop his overall strength, his lower body strength as well. And I think he's going to have to go to the right system to get developed. And I think he could be maybe a 2nd or 3rd year starter. So I don't think he's going to go in like the 2nd or I just think 3rd or 4th round is where I project that he will go. And I think he's going to be a very solid player in a couple years. Let's move on. Coming in at number 9, we've got Sean Rhyan. Sean Rhyan, 6'5", 320-pound tackle out of UCLA. Now, this is a kid that he is a massive individual. Very physical run block. You look at that run blocking grade, 86.1, but his pass blocking grade ain't nothing to snuff at either. He had 2,147 snaps at left tackle over his entire career. One of the most experienced left tackles in this class, or in my top 10. He's going to be one of the most experienced guys, playing like 99.9% of his snaps at left tackle. All right. And again, we talked about his run blocking grade, but like I said earlier, his pass blocking grade ain't nothing to snuff at, bro. 13 total pressures. He's good. He's good, and he's improved. His over each and every year, he's improved every single year, and that's what you like to see over the career of a tackle. I'll give you the numbers: 57.6 grade in 2019, 73.9 grade in 2020, and then an 83.7 grade in 2021. So the guy, man, is just getting better every single year, and that's what I love to see. Now you're looking at where he performed best. Some of his best performances going up against Cal, going up against USC. His worst performance, one of his worst performances was against Hawaii, first game of the season. Then he had another lackluster performance against Arizona State. But, at the end of the day, man, this guy has a lot to work with, a lot to work with. Again, a very, very good lower body. The power that he's able to generate from that lower body, bro, is unbelievable. He's going to be able to drive dudes, put dudes through the dirt, drive them out the way. And I think low key at 320 pounds, 6'5", the athleticism is there, bro. He's athletic. But I don't like the talks of him moving inside the guard. I know because he's such a good run blocker, the guys are going to want to move him in the guard. And also the thing that's going to, give Panther fans a lot of PTSD is the arm length. His arms are not going to be the longest. His arms, they're probably going to be short, and that's going to say, all right, this dude's just a guard off the rip. Meanwhile, the guy's a very good left tackle, bro. Like, I don't understand why dudes are so quick to move dudes inside just because of arm length. I know it can be a detriment, but if you can make up for it and it shows on your film, bro, let him run at left tackle. We'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, bro, I think this guy he's going to go in the mid to, I don't know, I think 3rd round or late 2nd round is where I project Sean Rhyan to go. I think it just all depends on where he is projected, or excuse me, where he's evaluated from whatever team picks him up. I think you could see teams have him as a 2nd round guard, 3rd round tackle. Also PTSD for Panthers fans. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Sean Rhyan. But I like this dude as a player. Nasty individual. Nasty X-rated stuff going on his film, bro. But I like him a lot. Let's move on. Coming in at number 8, we've got Nicholas Petit-Frere out of Ohio State. 6'5", 315 pounds. Oh, boy. And this is one of the more polarizing guys on my list, bro. I've seen this guy graded higher, but his film from this year, bro, he had some very, very up and down moments, bro. And I just couldn't rank him higher I couldn't rank him higher. In fact, I was gonna put him lower on this list. In fact, I could have put him at 10, just because. And I don't want to seem like I'm ragging on him, but he had some very, very up and down moments this season, bro. Very up and down moments. He allowed 19 pressures against Nebraska, Penn State, and Michigan combined. However, on the opposite end of that, he only had 7 other pressures given up in 9 other starts, bro. So it's like, fam, where you got to be able to put it together. Sometimes it's like he picks a bad day to have a bad day, and when his bad days are bad, they're very bad. You can't have bad days like that in the NFL, bro. You have bad days like that in the NFL, you can liable to get your quarterback hurt. But at the end of on the opposite end, bro, he had some really good days, like against Purdue, bro. 91.3 great grade against Purdue, and that's where George Karlaftis is, bro. So he's had some good moments, but at the same time, going up against Penn State, 41.4 grade, Nebraska, 53.5 grade, Michigan, 48.3 grade. Going, Aiden Hutchinson was giving this man the business. Okay, so I can't be super confident in a Fryer, but he also has a lot of good traits, bro. A lot of good athletic traits. His frame, he is 6'5", 315 pounds. That's ideal measurements for your boy. He's got really good technique sometimes, really good footwork. He's got good balance. He's really, like I said, good athlete. He's got good agility, good size. I think he's strong enough. He's versatile. I think he's played both tackle positions. Looking at the bottom of the screen, 7 of 48 snaps at left tackle, 7 of 72 snaps at right tackle, so you can move him to both sides. But man, when he has a bad day, he has a bad day, bro. And we can't do that in the NFL. We can't do that. So I listen. Again, he can move. He's got good lateral movement, but will play undisciplined at times. He give up a lot of space. So, man, it's just he's one of the guys really, really tough. He's polarizing. Like I said earlier, I think I've seen him as high as like 4 or 5 in some OT rankings, but then I see him as low as 8 or 9, like me. Like I have him lower, and I could have went lower. Pause on this guy, man. Like this guy could have been ranked a lot low. He could have been out of my top 10, really. But I think you can't just look at the bad and be like, this dude sucks, and then look at the good and say this dude is great. You got to meet somewhere in the middle, and that's where I am with Nicholas Petit-Frere. Okay. That being said, let's move on. Coming in at number 7, we got Daniel Faalele. Daniel Faalele, man, this guy is a massive human being, okay? And this is a guy that I'm higher on than most, okay? I've seen this dude not ranked in some guys' top 10s. I've seen him ranked higher, okay? But this dude is 6'9", 380 pounds. That's just something you can't teach. He's 6'9", 380 pounds, and he played all his snaps at right tackle. And this guy is going to beat you like shit in a phone booth. If you get your hands tied up with this cat and you don't beat him with speed, you're going to get your ass handed to him. He's only given up 8 pressures. All right. He's balanced when it comes to the pass blocking and run blocking. Looking at those grades. This guy is again a scout's dream. When a team goes out and they draw up a tackle, this is what they're gonna draw up: long arms, 380 pounds, 6'9". The only thing that concerns me a lot about this cat is going to be the speed. Can he handle the speed in the NFL? Because he's got his lower body, dog. Like, is he gonna be able to move? Is he gonna be agile enough to keep up with those guys? Is that he's gonna be able to get that kick step back quick enough to keep up with like a Hassan Reddick or something like that? That's my concerns. But when it comes to those checking the boxes of the size, the height, and the weight, bro, he checks that box. And again, this guy has only started playing football about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, okay? So, this man is still learning the football game. He's still learning the game of football. He's going to get better and better and better if given the right system. He's going to need to go to a system that can mold him. He's going to need a couple years to develop. He's not going to be great. He's not going to be a road grader coming in, day one. But in year 2 or year 3, this guy is going to be a very good player. And he played in the Big Ten. Okay, this ain't no slouch. This ain't no slouch conference. He had some good performances going up against Purdue. Karlaftis. Remember when we just said Nicholas Petit-Frere had struggled against Nebraska? Not this dude. 86.5 grade going up against Nebraska. Okay, he struggled going up against Iowa. Iowa made some teams struggle. 66.5 grade going up against Iowa. Struggles against Wisconsin as well. 64.3 grade. So, there's been some moments, a little up and down, but I would expect that from a guy that's still continuing to learn the game. But at the end of the day, when you see 6'9", 380 pounds, that's just something when you look and see that in Madden, you're going to pick that up. And I think there's going to be a scout and there's going to be a team that jumps at that, and they're going to be able to pass that up. And so that's why I think this guy's going to go, I think he's going to go in like the, second, third round. I think the raw ability and the ability to mold this guy is going to be too good to pass up, and that's where I think he's going to go. I think he's one of the biggest risk reward prospects in this draft. I think there's a big risk coming along with it because again, you're gonna have to coach this guy up. You can't just bring this dude into a system where you got coaches coming in and it's a turnstile of coaches. He's going to have to go to a good system to get the best out of him. And I think the risk reward is going to be there. That's why I think you could see him going as high as the second round. Somebody going to be like, and if he pans out, it's going to be great. But if he doesn't, you took him in the second round, you're like, damn, that was a terrible, terrible pick. But I do expect him to go in the second round, like I said. All right. That being said, man, let's move on. All right. Coming in at number 6, we got Darian Kinnard, 6'5", 345-pound tackle out of Kentucky. This is a guy, man, I like this kid a lot. Looking at that right tackle experience, 2,223 snaps at right tackle. Great numbers, okay? Those are numbers. The experience is something you just can't teach, just like we talked about the size of Faalele. You can't teach that size, just like you can't teach experience. Experience is something that needs to be gained. Okay, you need time, and that's what this guy has. A ton of snaps. He's one of the more accomplished run blockers in this class as well, grading out at 91.9. Excuse me, but the pass blocking numbers ain't number to slouch at either. All right, 84.3 pass blocking grade, and fam, look at the pressures. 7 pressures, bro. Only 7 pressures given up. Unfreaking believable, bro. And I know there's a lot of talk of this dude moving inside the guard, but I can't do that. I can't move this dude inside the guard. I know 6'5", 345, nasty streak. A very physical dude. He's a dude that I think he notched 47 knockdown blocks in 11 games in the 2020 season. So he's pancaking dudes. He's got a nasty streak that he just want to take dudes out. Pause. Okay, he want to knock dudes' heads off. He's a very physical player. Looking at some of his performances, some of his better performance came up against Mississippi State, Louisville, Vanderbilt. He had some good games against Missouri, University of Louisiana Monroe as well. However, he did struggle going up against Georgia. What offensive tackle didn't? He had a 60.1 grade going up against them. But man, Kinnard's game is something that you just I love this guy, bro. He's one of my favorite tackle prospects in this class, bro. This guy has a nasty streak. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about, bro. It's a nasty streak. I think every weakness of his, it can be fixed if going to the right system. I think he plays with good leverage. He plays with good technique. He's got good intelligence. That's something you have to consider when grading out these prospects as well. Does he know what to do? I know sometimes he has assignments, but can he adjust from that assignment when there's stunts coming up front? Can he pass those off? Things like that. I think those are the things you gotta look at when looking at Kinnard. I think he's a very, very, very good player, bro. He's an old school type tackle, bro. Just a straight mauler, bro. A mauler. I love this cat, bro. Love this game. But yeah, man, I think without a doubt, I think he's going in the first day. I think he's going to go in the first round, whether it's going to be guard or tackle. I think this dude is going to go in the first round, bro. I really do. If he I think he's going to go in the first round. And if he doesn't, I think he could slide no later than the second round for sure. But if it's me, I'm taking Kinnard in the first. That's on me. All right. That being said, man, let's move on. Coming in at number 5, we've got Trevor Penning, 6'7", 321-pound left tackle out of Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa has a little system going on here. Spencer Brown, who was just picked up last year by the Buffalo Bills, now in the playoffs, starting. So, you got to trust the product at this point. Trevor Penning has 1,879 reps at left tackle over the career at Northern Iowa, and a really good accomplished run blocker. Very, very good run blocker. Northern Iowa, they like to run the football, and he does very good. He does a very good job at clearing pass at left tackle. So he's only given up 13 pressures as well. Look at that pass blocking grade. It's pretty solid, 85.5 pass blocking grade. So very good work done there by Trevor Penning. Let's take a look at some of these highlights for y'all. But listen, this guy he is a massive human being. 6'7", 321 pounds, bro. You just can't teach it. You can't teach it. He's got a nasty streak. He plays through the whistle. He's very powerful. Interesting stat here. He's a former shot putter and discus thrower. So he likes to wrestle dudes to the ground. So he's good technique, good pass protection, long arms. So he's going to have very, very long arms. I think they're going to measure out at 34 and 7/8 inch arms and 10-inch hands. So he's got to, those measurements they're going to pan out very well for this cat. And again, something you're just not going to be able to teach. Now the technique, he's going to have to get better in some pass sets. He's going to have to play with consistent leverage. He's got caught holding a couple times. You can see the holding number, especially when he loses leverage. And again, you got to question the level of competition that we're going up against. You can question that, but again, I'll counter that by saying Spencer Brown is in the NFL right now and he's doing pretty well. I like Trevor Penning. This is a guy that I like a lot. I think he has really good upside, and I think he's going to end up going in the first round. I think, again, with the measurements, with the tape he's put together, I think he's going to be very, very, very good going forward. And again, with the right system, with the right development plan, I think it may take him a half a year to a year to really get it together. But once he does, I think he's going to be a very, very good player. All right, coming in at number 4, I've got Bernhard Raimann, 6'7", 305-pound tackle out of Central Michigan. This is a guy that I have ranked a little bit higher than most. This is really a potential play for me. Potential play. Inexperienced, and I'm going to tell you why. He has an interesting backstory, but he has 1,336 reps at left tackle. But look at those grades, bro. Look at those grades. 94.6 grade at run blocking, 88.7 pass blocking grade, 1 sack given up, 3 quarterback hits, 6 hurries, and 10 total pressures. All right, bro. This cat coming to Central Michigan as a tight end, bro. So he's a converted tight end. You convert from tight end to playing left tackle. He played 2 seasons there, and he's taken leaps and bounds when it comes to development over the past 2 years. He's got good athleticism, good quickness, good movement abilities. And when you play tight end, you got to have all that. So he's still learning the position. He's still learning, but he's putting it together. He's got some things he got to hammer out. And that's again, it's going to come with the territory, bro. It's going to come with the territory. But I think he's got a very, very, very high ceiling. And I think he's going to go higher than what most people think. And I think he's going to go probably in like the second or first round. Could go in the first round. Could go in the late first round. But again, this is a potential play for me. He's a super smart cat. And again, I think he's going to go higher than most people think. Again, converting from tight end is not easy, and he's done it. And I think he's going to be very, very, very good. So keep in mind, he's had to put on weight converting from tight end to left tackle, and you have to end up playing with that weight. You have to be comfortable playing it that way, and I think he's done that. So keep in mind, developing all that and gaining weight and doing all this while still dominating is why I'm going off potential. This guy has a lot of potential. I think he's one of the more promising left tackles in the class. I think he's high upside. Just my opinion. Again, like I said, I got him ranked higher than most, and I'll own that. Coming at number 3, we have Charles Cross, 6'5", 310-pound tackle out of Mississippi State. And listen, with the remaining 3 guys, I would not be disappointed if you had any one of these guys at number 1. I get it. Each of them have reasons as to why they could be number 1. And the reason as to why Charles Cross could be number 1 on that list is experience, number 1. And 2, the guy is one of the best. I think he's the best pure pass protector in the class. I think he's the guy that if you needed a pass protector, he's the guy I'm going to pick. The problem with Cross is that he's a little bit average size, 6'5", 310 pounds. So he's not massive. Like when you compare him to Evan Neal, another guy 6'7", 340 pounds, and blah blah blah. Like he's not gonna. He's been adding weight, but he's not gonna blow you away with his size. So it's just not pause, and it's just not gonna. It's not gonna do it for him. Now, again, like I said, he's had a dominant career, bro. And in 2021, he really took over. Looking at his pass blocking grade, 84.9. His run blocking grade, 87.2. So he's a solid player. Solid player at the end of the day, and only giving up 16 pressures. Again, don't compare the pressure numbers to all pressures aren't created equal, especially when it comes to each level of talent that you're going up against. Charles Cross goes up against SEC talent every single week. Some of these other players don't. So it just is what it is. So don't compare the pressure numbers and be like, oh, he only gave up 7 pressures, blah, 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 blah. Again, you got to compare everything, okay? Going into, he went from allowing 44 pressures on 574 pass blocking snaps last season to only allowing 16 pressures on 719 snaps this year. So you can see improvement. That's what you want to see. Improvement every single year. And he's done just that. He kind of blown people away this year. And again, taking a look at some of these highlights, you're going to see why he's such a good player. I think that he's a player that took a big step forward this year, and the only problem with him is he's average sized, but he's super athletic. Has great foot speed. He excels in pass protection. He's got good patience, good balance. He has good, what I call reactive quickness. Like when he sees something, he reacts to it, and he's able to kind of compensate for size and all the foot speed and all that good stuff by reacting quickly. And so he does that very, very well. He's really good in the run game too, but I think he's a better pass blocker than a run blocker. So I think that's why I'm going to knock him down to number 3, because I think he's not quite as good at both. But as he gets stronger and he gets, better technique and things like that, I think he's going to be one of the best pass protectors in the NFL. All right. That's my thoughts on Charles Cross. I think he's very, very, very good. And I think he's going to go in the top, I think top 15, bro. Top 15, top 17 for sure. I think he's going to go in that range. And I think as we get along in the process and he grades out and he puts on weight in between this time between now and the combine, I think again if he puts on by 10 more pounds and becomes like 320, I think this guy's gonna go. He's just gonna propel himself up. He's got to get bigger, a little bit bigger and stronger, but I think he's gonna be fine and will still get picked in the top 10 either way. All right, let's move on. Coming at number 2, we've got Ikem Ekwonu out of NC State, 6'4", 320 pounds. And this cat is nasty, bro. One of the most dominant run blockers I've seen play the game. Fierce run blocker, okay? As you can see in that run blocking grade, 93.8 run blocking grade, and a 78.3 pass blocking grade. As you can see, not the most experienced, 1,657 reps at left tackle, but he's good. He's good. 13 total pressures given up, so he's been solid at run blocking as well. But again, he's had 18, according to PFF, 18 big-time blocks in the run game this season, which is 7 more than the next closest player in the Power 5 conference offensive lineman. So, bro, I mean, he's dominant. He's dominant. And so, again, reason I said earlier when it comes to why you could see Icky ranked number 1 is that if you're looking for a power run tackle, that's this guy. He is an elite run blocking tackle. All right. So case in point, I'll give you the Panthers. We are looking for a run. We want to run the football more. That's Matt Rule's whole spiel. Run the football. All right. This is the guy you would want. You would want a run blocking left tackle that can also be a capable pass blocking. He's capable of pass blocking. He's a decent pass blocker as well. But his strength is the run blocking. That's where his strength lies. Okay. It is what it is. There's no denying it. And I'm not trying to knock him. It is what it is. It's just the truth. But when you turn on some of this stuff, bro, you like, man, this dude is just nasty. X-rated stuff here. Fierce run blocker. Yeah, he's athletic to be that size too. He's got enough quickness to mirror guys. Good feet. Good solid lower body build. Pause. He's got playing through the whistle. He's gonna take dudes all the way through the ground, like you see just right there. The only downside to him is he's a little bit raw. He's a little bit raw. Okay. He's gonna have to make that NFL leap. It is what it is. Sometimes he gets out of position and he gets beat sometimes, but it just happens. But if you get this dude out on the screen, out in open space, man, this dude is gonna knock your head off, bro. This dude's gonna knock your head off. And I think I've seen some comparisons to Jedrick Wills, and I could see that, bro. I could see that. This guy is nasty, man. I think he is a future, and he has a future at left tackle. I know there's some people that have him ranked as a guard. I don't see that. And people, again, everybody's so quick to move folks to guard, and let him give him time, give him some teaching, and let him learn to play left tackle. Let him develop at left tackle, because I think that's where he can play. I think he has a future at left tackle. Again, if the right system comes about, this guy can play left tackle. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind, bro. And I think he's gonna go in the first round. I think he's gonna go top 10. I think depending on the team of need, and depending on the system you're gonna deploy him, this guy could go top 10. He's gonna absolutely go no late. He's not sliding to the end of the first round. Mid first round is the latest I see him going. But bro, this dude is a finisher. He's what I think some scouts and some coaches dream of. But I think for sure, 1,000%, he's gonna be a very, very, very good left tackle in the NFL. All right. All right, coming in at number 1, we've got Evan Neal. And listen, bro, when it comes to actually being number 1 in my rankings, I talked about the other 2 guys that could potentially be number 1, but this guy provides everything. He's just got the complete package. He's good and provides balance in both run blocking and pass blocking, as you can see in those PFF grades. But he also provides the size, right? 6'7", 360 pounds is something you cannot teach. He's got the versatility to play all across all 4 positions: left tackle, left guard, right tackle, and right guard. And he's just a massive human being. He's got good strength, very strong, very powerful hands. He's overwhelming dudes in the run game. He can be a road grader. He's overpowered defensive lineman. He finishes blocks. The dude is just nasty. He plays with a nasty streak that you just can't teach. And let me turn these highlights on for y'all, because the dude is nasty, bro. And he's tough to move. He's just a tough dude to move. And the thing with Evan Neal, and what's great about him, he's super athletic. Like, to be 6'7", 360 pounds, the guy is athletic as hell. When it comes to the combine and you see the combine numbers that he's going to put up, you're going to be like, bro, this man shouldn't be able to move like this. And I think that is just the name of the game. I think that's why he's the complete package. He's number one. I think he should be the number one offensive tackle taken. Although I'm seeing him fall in some mock drafts, I don't see why. But you know, when he went to Alabama, it's one of those things, he had to wait his turn. I wish he would have got some more experience, and maybe that's a knock, is that he just doesn't have enough experience. He doesn't have as much experience as teams would want. But when you go to Alabama, you got to wait your turn. He had to wait his turn. Leatherwood, all these other guys, and he had to wait his turn. So that's just the name of the game when you go to Alabama, and you know it is what it is. But I think Evan Neal should be the number one offensive tackle taken. He just has the complete package. And you know who he reminds me a lot of when you turn on the film? He reminds me of Orlando Brown. I know Orlando Brown had a terrible combine. I don't expect that out of Alabama. Out of Evan Neal. But he is. They have very, very similar film, bro. Now Orlando Brown finally got to play left tackle with Kansas City and will become a free agent this offseason. But they have very similar film. So I think that they have very similar blocking styles, and I like them a lot. But that being said, man, Evan Neal, number one in my rankings. All right, so that's my top 10, bro. My top 10 tackles, and my overall thoughts on the classes. I think this is a really solid tackle class, bro. There's some guys that probably you could put in the top 10. I wouldn't be mad. Guys like Zion Nelson, guys like Abram Lucas, guys like Rasheed Walker. All these guys could be in the top 10. I think they're very solid guys as well. So this tackle class is good. At the top, when you talk about Evan Neal, Icky, Charles Cross, any of those guys could be day one starters, bro. And I'm not gonna say they're gonna be first year all pros like a Rashawn Slater and perform as well as a Penei Sewell did, but there's some potential there, bro. These guys are really talented. And again, if your squad is in need of a tackle or in need of depth or a potential molding piece, maybe a future left tackle, I think this is definitely the draft to get one. Guys, like I said earlier, Rasheed Walker is a guy I like a lot and didn't even make my top 10. And so, again, if you need a guy to be molded, you can get a Rasheed Walker later in the draft and still be, on the right path to having a future left tackle. So again, I really like this class. That's my top 10. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. If I'm missing something or if I said something incorrect, man, let me know what's good. I'm only human, but hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell in the comments. Let me know what's good. I'm out. Thanks for watching.